Okay, hi everyone. Let me move the chair away. Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to the live. Today, this live is especially for PSLE parents or maybe primary 5 parents whose kids are going to be in P, taking their final PSLE exam soon. But yeah, of course, if you are a lower primary or mid primary parent or student, feel free to watch as well. Yeah, we do have a lot of programs right at the moment for all our students for any level, so you're good. Yeah, so let's wait for a few more people to join before we start. Hi everyone. Hi Susan, welcome to the live. All right. All right. So a quick introduction. I am Jia and I will be your live host for today. Hi Anita. All right. Hello, parents and PSLE students. How is everyone feeling now that we're just a few short months away from PSLE? Are you ready for paper one, or are you secretly panicking every time your child hands in a composition that feels a little off? Does your child struggle to come up with strong story ideas under time pressure? Do they keep getting comments like, weak climax, story doesn't flow, or worse, off topic? Do you wish someone could give them a proven formula to write confidently? If you said yes to any of that, then stay on this live because I'm about to give you a solution that is recognized by both teachers and parents. Alright. The slide switch. Alright. Jason, is there a way so that they don't have to see like the URL? Alright. Alright. So to help everyone better understand what I'm saying, I'm gonna pull up some brochures here on the screen. So you guys can see that it is the June holiday composition program for composition for primary 5 and primary 6. Alright. Of course, if you're, like I mentioned before, if your child is still in lower primary or maybe in secondary school or mid primary, that's all right. It's completely fine. We have a variation of programs, whether holiday programs or regular programs for any of your child's needs. So do stay on and watch. But if now is not the best time for you, you can always just drop us a follow on our socials. We are on every single platform. We are on Instagram, we are on TikTok, we're on Xiaohongshu, we are on LinkedIn, and we are also on YouTube. We're on Facebook as well. So if you are interested in any of our programs or you want to find something that's a bit more suitable for yourself, drop us a follow and just wait for the updates to come in. All right. So I'm going to be introducing this PSLE and Primary 5 composition program first. So do let me know if any of you have any questions or if maybe now is not the best time for you, you can always drop us a WhatsApp at a number above. You can see it right above me. So yeah, we have a whole team waiting to help you, so don't worry. Okay, let me just adjust this mic. All right. Okay. So now this one in particular is great for students who really need that boost within the last few months before PSLE. Okay, this is a highly recommended 5-day holiday program, especially designed for primary 5 and primary 6 students preparing for PSLE English exam. Okay, so our expert trained teachers will guide your child to take the essential skills and strategies to tackle the PSLE composition questions effectively. Okay, so what will your child gain? Okay, this is a very, very important question. What will your child gain? Okay, what some most parents like to ask whenever they join, whenever they sit through any of our lives. This is something they have to know. All right, it's something that they have to know. Okay, what will your child gain? They will be able to unpack challenging PSLE composition questions. We will teach your child how to effectively analyze PSLE composition questions and ensure that they understand exactly what is required to craft compelling compositions and secure content marks. So what I want to really highlight is that it's one thing to be able to understand what is required of themselves and another thing to deliver. And sometimes students might not exactly understand what is required of them, even though it's really close to exam, and that can be quite frustrating for some parents. Okay, so we completely understand where you're coming from, and we have seen many parents with like that kind of frustrations, and that's all right. Okay, so we know we want to help your child with that, and we will help you and your child to understand what is required. Our teachers have worked with many students, whether through PSLE or topical exams. We have done that all. We worked with students for O levels as well. So we're completely with you. We understand what's going on. And we will be able to show you the patterns, the things that actually do happen in PSLE, and guide you along the process. Okay, so we're definitely going to be there for you. Okay, PSLE composition planning skills. Another very important thing that we're going to cover in this program, where we can help equip your child with effective planning techniques. Okay, for story retention and for creating well-structured compositions. Very important structure. For this, we actually have our own writers at work technique that helps students to fight creative blocks and struggle with planning to keep on track. Okay, so some students might be spending a bit too much time on planning. I did when I was a student, and it is something that does take up a lot of time, and eventually might lead to them not being able to finish their work. Right? Moderator, is there something on my face in the Can we take the filter away? Yeah, thank you. All right. All right. Yeah, so yeah, for this we actually have our own technique to help students to fight creative blocks and with time issues, planning issues, whatever that may be. Okay? So we want to help your child to deliver a composition that astounds and gets the desired results. Okay, so if this sounds like something that your child is going through, or you are simply more interested in hearing about this technique, stay tuned. I will definitely go through this, and yeah. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels across the platforms. We are currently available on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Xiaohongshu, and LinkedIn. Okay, so follow us to get updates on this program as well as to hear the latest educational content. Okay, we do post tips and tricks about guiding your child, or even for students themselves, they can look, view, and try to understand what things actually help them. We also have blog posts, we have some free resources on our website, so please do check that out. Okay, I assure you that these are all taken from our teachers' years of experience. We are, yeah, so we are definitely all there for you. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, for those that just arrived, I'm currently sharing what students will gain from our June PSLE composition writing course. So all of this information can be found on our website. So do comment our website, WhatsApp us should you have any questions. Okay, so you can drop us a comment in the comment section as well, and either me or the moderator will get back to you. All right. Yes. Moving on. Writing techniques and language mechanics, very important. So we will want to help to enhance your child's writing style and sentence structure using key grammar tips and creative writing techniques. So how to write a captivating hook, so it's no more of one day I woke up, or today was a sunny day, this sun was super bright today. Okay, no more of that, no more of that. We want to craft something that is unique and compelling, something that a teacher has not seen 40 times, right? Okay, we want something like that. We want engagement. Okay. Okay, PSLE exam strategies. We want to guide your child to mastering exam smart strategies such as time management and adaptation skills that tackle any composition question. Okay, we want something that is transferable. Okay, we want something that doesn't just work for that one composition question. We want your child to be able to learn something that they can bring to the exam themselves. Okay, so that is super important, and we want to deliver that to your child. Okay. Expand vocab bank. So we want to help your child to master over 50 PSLE composition phrases to elevate writing at depth and variety to their compositions. Okay, we have a Writers at Work exclusive PSLE model compositions, and this is something that will help your child to gain an edge because we will be providing them with 15 brand new exclusive model compositions. And do note that this is only available in this crash course. It's not going to be available all the time. It's not going to be available everywhere. Only in this crash course, okay? So if this sounds like something you need or something that you find would definitely help your child, please join. Don't hesitate. But of course, like I mentioned again, if you have any questions, just drop us a comment, drop us a WhatsApp, and we have a whole team waiting here to help you, okay? So don't worry. Okay, now, bonus offer. After all this, there is a bonus offer, okay? Receive a past year PSLE exam questions and top school PSLE composition questions, okay? We will share the most commonly tested topics, okay? Sign up today to get our PSLE writing crash course and give your child the best chance to excel in the PSLE English exam. Okay, now do know for those parents that are watching, those students that are watching, this isn't just some holiday writing practice. It is a full-blown exam focused strategy workshop. Okay, it is not just any other crash course. We want to help turn average writers into competent exam-ready storytellers. Okay, we understand that a lot of students go through a lot of different issues, whether it comes to planning, whether it comes to creativity, lack of detail, overuse of detail. There's so many ways that composition can make their lives harder, and we just don't want that. Okay, we are here to help. Okay, so if your child is struggling to prepare for PSLE, or they really just don't know where to start, okay, that's very, very common. This might just do the trick. Okay, we might be able to help, so do let us know. So I also understand that at this point, parents might still have some doubts about the classes and how much value we could bring to your child's academic progress in just 5 days, because this is how long the crash course is. So I'm going to show you some of our class prep our teachers do for this combo classes so that you can understand a bit better what your child will be taught in 5 days, okay? It's very, very important for parents to understand. Okay, so as you can see, I'm waiting for the slides to change. All right, as you can see, these are the annotations that our teachers do before going into class. It's not, they don't just go into class empty-handed. They know what they're doing. They have prepped. Okay, our teachers make elaborate lesson plans in hopes of filling our lesson with as much content as possible, okay? So our teachers really do love to see our students thrive, our students succeed, okay? And this is something that is reflected through testimonials and results, okay? I'm not just saying that. We have a lot of good testimonials and results that we will definitely be showing you guys, okay? So do stay tuned. So there is no better proof than student results when it comes to good teaching, okay? So stay tuned for teachers, parent-student testimonials, and a chance to meet some of our teachers here at Writers at Work. Okay, so for those that just joined, welcome. I'm Jia. I'm currently going through some of the latest crash courses and holiday programs for June, so do stay and let me know if you have any questions, okay? Again, student results and student parent testimonials. Do stay tuned. Okay, so at this point, some parents might be wondering, all this said, how are their teachers? And I agree. A good program doesn't add much value if the teachers can't deliver. At Writers at Work, our team is made up of seasoned educators who live and breathe English. What do I mean by that? They know PSLE inside out, okay? They mark scripts and composition scripts daily. They help many PSLE students improve their grades to achieve solid AL1s in PSLE English, okay? For those who are still in doubt, I would like to invite some of the teachers here at Writers at Work onto the screen today to introduce themselves to everyone and give parents and students alike an idea of what our teaching team is like here at Writers at Work. All right, can we play the teacher video? All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, so those who are waiting to hear more about the story banking techniques, thank you for staying tuned. I will now be going through this fantastic technique that has helped students to solve issues with planning, lack of creativity, and over and under usage of writing techniques, and much, much more. Okay, so there is so many issues that students face in the moment of the exam, and that is normal. That is completely normal and understandable. Okay, but the thing is, what Redis at Work we've created a technique, our very own technique that has helped so many of our own students. Okay, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. Okay, it's called story banking, and now the gist of story banking is trying, refining, and remembering. Now, what do I mean by this? Students are led to write and refine or find a piece of writing that is approved by a teacher, a piece of writing that will get them great marks, and to learn to replicate that piece of writing according to the given question. Now, Writers at Work advocates for this technique because it allows students to enter the exam with a piece that will secure them high grades, removing any further stress from exam jitters or creative blocks in the exam hall. Okay, so now do note at this point, some parents might be thinking, is this just regurgitating content? Is it just formatting out content? It is not, okay? And to that, I will ask myself another question, which I will then answer again. How easy is this technique? Okay, and now I'll answer it. My answer would be both easy and hard. Okay, while this technique does make performing in exam situations easier, it is important for students to learn how to adapt their stories instead of regurgitating content. Okay, now here's the key. That is why our combo classes are important. Okay, this is not just soft promo. It's because these crash courses not only help students to see new and more effective techniques, but it also teaches them how to use these techniques effectively. Okay, regurgitating content is only going to bring students so far, but the ability to adapt content as we want to teach our students can allow them to jump their grades in ways they cannot imagine. Okay, all right, so here we have another program. For students primary 5 to primary 6 who are struggling with English paper 2 or oral, we also offer the English paper 2 plus oral crash course, the oral thematic set A crash course, and the oral thematic set B crash course. Okay, these are two different courses. Okay, so do note that they are not the same. Okay, I'll be going through them one by one. For the English paper 2 oral crash courses, both of them, students will have the chance to build confidence in oral communication and structured responses. They will also be able to master grammar rules and techniques, improve comprehension answering skills for closed and open-ended question, and to learn synthesis and transformation rules to avoid common mistakes. Okay, these are all put together by our teachers because they're all very key issues that can possibly come up during PSLE. Okay, or maybe even in practice. So these are all the things that we want to cover. Okay, but of course, if there's anything specific, when it comes to more specific parts, there is a slight difference between set A and B. So if this is something you're interested in, do watch on. Okay, so you guys can see the brochure here right above me. So do let me know if you have any questions, okay? For the oral thematic set A crash course, students will have the chance to master key oral exam themes. So we'll be able to dive into the more important PSLE oral exam themes. So each day, students will be able to explore these themes and learn how to present and discuss them confidently. Effective oral answering techniques. Okay, so we want to teach your child a proven method to structure their oral responses. Now, we do have a lot of different methods, but I promise you, they have worked wonders on our students, and that's why we want to spread the word even more. Okay, we want to ensure that they are able to give clear, coherent, and well organized answers. Okay, this is the reason for this technique. Oral exam strategies. We want to provide your child with strategies to help them navigate the exam, manage their time effectively, and maximize their score with well structured responses. Okay, over 10 relevant reading articles. We want to help your child to stay on top of current, trending, and relevant topics in the PSLE or exam. with our carefully selected reading articles. Okay, so whether it is in PSLE or later on in O levels, it's always very, very important for students to stay on top of current events, current trends. It also helps them by doing the additional reading. So that's why these 10 relevant reading articles that we have sorted out and will later provide for your child will benefit them greatly. Okay, expand your vocab. So we'll add over 50 essential PSLE oral exam phrases to your child's vocab bank. We want to empower them to articulate their thoughts more effectively. Okay, do you know, for those who just joined, hi, I'm currently talking about exam oral thematic set. Oh, okay. We also have oral thematic set B, which is slightly different. For those who just joined, I am Jia and I'm going through the oral thematic crash courses we currently have available this June holidays. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can also drop us a message through WhatsApp and the team will do their best to assist you, okay? Alright. This is the oral thematic set B course, so you guys can take a look. Right here at the brochure, you can see some of the breakdown. Each day we'll be doing something slightly different, okay? Now, the set B and set A is slightly different, okay? So if there is something more specific that you would want, you can consider the small difference between them, okay? Is there any Zoom session for this? I'll let the moderator answer you. All right. Okay. Master key oral exam teams. So one of the things is that we want to help your child to dive deep into the popular PSLE oral exam teams. Now, these teams are teams that we have carefully sorted out. Okay, there is a pattern within PSLE, okay? So maybe sometimes this team tends to come up more than some other teams, and we do want to prepare your child for that. So these are the things that we will be discussing with your child during the crash course. So each day, your child will be able to explore these different teams and learn how to present and discuss them confidently. So we're definitely trying to make this a foolproof practice for your child before they go into your exam, okay? Effective oral answering techniques. We want to teach your child a proven method to structure their oral responses, ensuring clear, coherent, and well-organized answers. Now, this is similar to set A, but only because of how important it is, okay? Now, when it comes to a proven method, just like story banking, right there at work, we do have our own techniques, and that has worked really, really well with our own students, and that's why we want to spread the word even more, okay? We're not just throwing some random technique to you, okay? And results do speak for themselves. If you would like to see some of our results or hear some statistics, stay on. I will be going through them all, okay? But definitely, if there's anything in particular that you would like to see, do let me know. Or if there's any questions you have, you can just comment them in the comment section. Or you could just WhatsApp us and our team will get back to you, all right? Okay, moving on. Oral exam strategies. Similar as well to set A, we will provide your child with strategies that help them navigate the exam, manage their time effectively, and maximize their score as well as structured responses, okay? Okay, we want to help your child to stay current with trending and relevant topics as well. So we will also provide the child with over 10 relevant reading articles, all very, very important. Okay, they are all carefully selected reading articles made by our team, and these reading articles will help your child to stay on top of current events, ensuring that they definitely have content during their exams, okay? Expand your vocab, also very, very important. That's why it's similar to set A. We will add over 50 essential PSLE oral exam phrases to your child's vocab bank. Okay, it's very, very important for children to understand topic-specific phrases when it comes to PSLE, whether you're talking about oral, whether you're talking about composition. These are all super important, and that is why we want to highlight it. We really want to highlight it, okay? We want to empower them to articulate their thoughts more effectively as well. Lastly, okay, now this is where it gets different, okay? Now, set A and set B, as everyone might see, have a lot of similarities. They are very similar in a variety of areas, but only because of how important these areas are, okay? So it is 200% necessary for students to always stay on top of current events, always important for them to know exam strategies, and for them to be able to master teams. Okay, these are all things that are will stay important no matter whether they're in PSLE or O levels. Okay, so that's why these things stay consistent in our set A and set B. Okay, exclusive PSLE or exam model responses. Now that is something that is only here in set B. We want to give your child a clear idea of what high quality oral responses look like with especially designed model answers. Okay, this is one thing that sometimes parents tend to miss out is that some students do really well with replication. Okay, now I'm not talking about regurgitating content, but what helps some students in their learning is to first see how something is done perfectly. Okay, and what is super important with that is that they are able to learn what makes it good and learn how to replicate that, how to redo this idea of perfection during their exam. And this is exactly what we're going to do for them. We want to give your child a clear idea of what high quality responses look like with a specially designed model answer. Okay, so this is something that is only in set B. I want to repeat that again. This is something that is only available in set B. Okay, it's not going to be available in set A. It's only available in set B. Okay, for those that just arrived, I'm Jia. I'm currently going through the oral thematic sets, and I will be moving on shortly. But please do let me know if you have any questions. Okay, let me know if you have any questions when it comes to whether it's this section of the primary 5, primary 6, or the medic set A and B. I understand that it's super stressful right now for everyone, for parents and students alike. Everyone's going, it's already the mid-years, it's a few more months from PSLE. That stress is really coming in strong, and that's all right. Okay, we got you. There's so many students that we have helped that are in the exact same position. We know exactly what we're going through. Our teachers know exactly what you're going through, and it's completely fine and valid. Okay, we're here to validate those feelings. We're here to help you out of them. Okay, so yeah, so definitely do stay tuned. But of course, if you are parents to students who are not in primary 5 and 6, we've got you as well. It is good to start early. It's good to start with a good foundation in English. Okay, good progress does not happen overnight. Okay, quality is very important, but good progress does not happen overnight. Okay, so you can always start off small. And yeah, moving on. Okay, before I share more about the classes for other students, I want to show everyone some parent-student testimonials and student results. Like I mentioned before, there is no better proof of effective teaching and education than student results, success stories, and testimonials. Okay, you can see right here above me that this is the Townend Primary School and the Alexander Primary School. Okay, students have done super well for both of these papers, and you can see it right here. Okay, there's no more need for any explanation. You can see the grades right here. Okay, so if you prefer some statistics, I also have you covered. So Writers at Work is one of the top English tuition centers in Singapore, where 90% of our PSLE cohort have since achieved AL1 to 4, and 90% of our secondary school cohort 3 grades of improvement. That is a lot. Okay, as an established English tuition center since 2012, parents and students can rest assured that we have all the resources needed for your success. Okay, English is a highly paid communicative skill that not only impacts exam results but also the way we present ourselves in every stage of life. Okay, so this is definitely skills that will last your child through O level, through PSLE, through poly, through university, okay, and later in their work life, maybe in their personal life, in their relationships, in their friendships. This is a communicative skill. Okay, it's not just for results. All right, so for those who are waiting for the parent testimonials, I'm gonna play parent testimonial for your reference right now, so do let me know in the meantime if you have any questions. DM, has the team gotten back to you? Have we gotten back to them? Okay, we've gotten back to them. Great. All right. Where was the response given to them? Because the user did not get the response. The NBM will check that for you right now. Okay. All right. Moderator is checking for you. All right. All right. So in the meantime, let's get back to what Writers at Work will be offering this June holidays. Okay. We have spoken about what we offer to primary 5 and primary 6 students, but don't worry. We also have crash courses for lower and mid primary students who are struggling to score in their exams and are worried about their mid or end year exams. Okay, so it is completely valid. It's not just that it's not that primary 5 or primary 6 students are more important. This is a foundational build up. You have to have a solid foundation. We're there for you. Okay. For students in primary 3 and primary 4, we're currently offering the oral thematic crash course where students can learn to confidently discuss popular oral exam themes. So students will learn, number 1, effective oral answering techniques. Okay, we want to help students to master an effective approach to structuring thoughtful and impactful responses. Okay. Number 2, oral presentation skills. We want to help your child to organize their thoughts and improve their delivery with effective presentation strategies. Okay, presentation is a lot more important than a lot of people might think. Okay, now when it comes to presentation strategies, it's not only about being able to present something in specific, it's about a transferable skill. It's about a skill that students can use not only right now in PSLE, no, later in PSLE, right now in primary 3 and primary 4, but also later in O levels, in their projects, even in life outside of school. Okay, so this is something that stays important throughout. Relevant oral topics. Okay, now you might remember this from the primary 5 and primary 6 section. It is also very, very important here. Okay. Now, we want to provide them as well with over 10 reading articles based on trending or commonly tested oral topics. Okay. We also have vocab building. We want to expand your oral vocab with 50 thematic phrases. As well, we also have exclusive model responses. Students will receive specially designed oral exam model responses to guide their preparation. Okay, now moving on. 1 and 2. Okay. Now, when it comes to primary 1 and 2 students, we offer both the compo writing and beginner oral crash course. At primary 1 and 2, students are at the beginning of their primary school journey. So a good foundation is absolutely important for a good academic foundation, definitely, and as well as cultivating a positive outlook towards the academics. Okay, now it's very, very important for students to start off their academic journey strong. Okay, they need to feel that I'm gonna do well. I believe I can do well, and I want to do well. And when students have this kind of mindset, this is what brings them to stay at the top of their performance throughout their journey. Okay, this is not something that is gained halfway. This is something that's built slowly. Okay, it can go with maturity as well, but at the same time, this is something that parents and teachers can really, really help with. Okay, if a student performs well in primary 1 and 2, they're more inclined to work harder to get the same grades that they did. Okay, and then there comes the independence, and it becomes this motivation for them. All right. To dive deeper into what is offered in the crash course, for the compo writing crash course, students will learn how to unpack composition questions. Okay, that's very, very important. It's one thing to be able to look at questions and understand what is needed, and one thing to unpack them piece by piece and give exactly what is needed. Okay, so it's very, very different, and it is very important for primary 1 and 2 students to have that foundation. Okay, extremely important. Okay, your child will learn to analyze composition questions, helping them to understand what's required in their writing and how to craft meaningful answers. Okay, for lower primary school, we also have lower primary school composition planning skills. Okay, this is also very important for them to start learning how to plan at a speed that will help them to achieve in their exams. Okay, we will guide your child in developing composition planning techniques, teaching them how to structure their writing for clarity and flow. Very important as well. Writing techniques and language mechanics. You can see that in primary 3, primary 4, primary 5, and primary 6. We have them all the crash courses, but simply because of how important that is. Okay, the basis of English is always structure and language, okay? So this is one thing that will definitely always be there, which is a grammar focused lesson, okay? We want your child to strengthen their writing style, sentence structure, and overall language mechanics. So definitely this is something that is there. We will provide that for your child, do not worry. All right. Okay, expand vocab bank, super important as well. With over 30, sorry, composition of phrases, your child will enhance their writing with rich vocab, okay? Helping them to express ideas more clearly and creatively. Sorry, I do not understand. All right. Okay, master three writers at work model composition. So your child will learn to craft engaging compositions by studying three unique writers at work model compositions. So now this, do note that this is exclusive to this holiday program, okay? So if this is something like that you might need, don't hesitate. You can sign up right now, okay? All right. Have we gotten back to them? Yeah. Oh, you send it in the chat? I didn't see it in the chat though. I think it got filtered out. Maybe that's why he didn't receive the reply. All right.
Refer them to click on this link below.
Oh, okay. DM, are you still here? Okay, we realized there might have been some issue. There's a small link at the bottom. You can see it's called service, okay? So you can fill in the form to get in touch, or you can send a message, ask me anything, okay? So it makes things a lot easier. Sorry for the buffer, everyone. So if you have any questions, you guys can WhatsApp us, or you can just click the service button below and we'll get back to you ASAP, okay? So we're having a little buffer just now. Okay, sorry for any inconvenience caused, okay? Okay, for the oral crash course, students will gain confidence in speaking with our 3D interactive oral program. So this is designed for primary 1 and 2 students. It's an adventure-based course that strengthens oral communication, reading fluency, and vocab through storytelling and creative activities. Okay, now why we want an adventure-based course? Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. Now we understand that with lower primary students, they might have a shorter attention span, and that's completely understandable. There's nothing weird about that. It is normal, okay? But we want to cater for them. We want to cater to that, okay? So we have created this adventure-based course that gives them the improvement that they need. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, this is an adventure-based course which is following the story of Who Stole the Dragon's Egg. So your child will become a young detective solving the mystery of a stolen dragon's egg while learning the key oral communication skills, okay? So now, as you guys can see from the brochure above me, this is a chapter-based course. It's going day by day. And for day 1, you have the friendly fairy. So you will focus on your pronunciation, articulation, and enunciation to help your child speak clearly and accurately. Very, very important when it comes to helping your child become easily understood, okay? Day 2, the wise wizard. Improve rhythm and fluency, helping your child to speak with a smooth, natural flow. Again, very important, very important. Day 3, the grumpy goblin, to enhance expressiveness, intonation, and emotion to bring speech to life with feeling and tone. So now this is also very important because now if I were to speak to you guys like this, it is very monotonic and there's nothing really, really attractive or very, very engaging about this kind of tone. But then if I were to speak to you guys like this, now everyone is suddenly engaged. So that is something different that we would like to bring to your child, and we would want to help your child to be more engaging, because that is something that is considered in PSLE that they will later be taking, okay? What your child will gain, okay? To break that down, we will help your child to master oral communication, to speak clearly with confidence and proper tone. We want to help them to improve reading fluency, to strengthen pronunciation and expressive reading, okay? Expand vocab, learn new words to describe characters and emotions. Okay, what better way to learn how to describe characters and emotions by bringing them through a storybook experience themselves? Okay, we also want to help them to enhance creativity, to use voice, facial expressions, and gestures to tell engaging stories. Okay, again, what better way to learn this than from a story experience? Okay, finally, solve the mystery. So your child will be able to follow clues each day to uncover who stole the dragon's egg. So there is a little mission for your child other than just learning over here. Okay, so it's a little fun activity for them to keep them engaged while they are learning as well. So this is what we have prepared for primary 1 and 2 students. All right. Of course, if you can't make it this June holidays, we also have upcoming crash courses arranged for future school holidays, okay? So you don't have to worry that maybe I can't make it this time. Oh no, what's gonna happen? You can drop us a follow on any of our platforms and wait for updates on the holiday program. So currently, we are available on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Xiaohongshu. So do remember to subscribe and like our posts, and just you can wait for the updates to come in, and yeah, see if there are any further schedules that would fit your arrangements. Okay. Remember though that consistency is key in learning, and that students will observe more effective learning from consistent classes. So our classes and materials will also be different during different holiday seasons. So you don't have to be afraid about your child being put through the same class twice. So let's say if I were going to bring my child to a crash course in June, if I have to bring him to another course in the next holiday season, would I have to be worried about it being the same class? No, it would not be. I can tell you right here, it's going to be different materials, a different set of he's going to be learning something different. Your child's going to be learning something different, so don't worry. Okay, again, teachers are super important in the journey of education. A good program doesn't deliver much value if a teacher can deliver. Okay, at Ready at Work, our team is made up of seasoned educators who live and breathe English. They know the PSLE format inside out. They've marked composition scripts daily. They've helped many PSLE students improve their grades to achieve solid AL1s in PSLE English. So for those who are still in doubt, I would like to invite another teacher here at Ready at Work onto the screen today to introduce himself to everyone and give parents and students alike an idea of what our teaching team is like here at Ready at Work. Okay, could we have teacher Xiaowei, please? Hi, Rana. Oh, thank you, Rana. All right. So for those who just joined, hi everyone, I'm Jia. Alright, so today we're going through the crash courses for the June holiday program that we have prepared for students. Alright, so if anyone has any questions, do click the service button below. Moderator could point them to the service button, or you could WhatsApp us in the number above. Let us know if there's anything you guys would like to know, hear about, or to see more in our live streams. Okay, so just let us know, and we'll do our best. Okay, do you know that we do have a whole team in our WhatsApp to help you with any queries that you might have? So don't be afraid. You can just drop us a WhatsApp. All right. For parents and students out there, how's everyone feeling now that we're just a few short months away from PSLE? Is everyone ready for paper 1, or are you secretly panicking every time your child hands in a composition that feels a little bit off? Does your child struggle to come up with strong story ideas under time pressure? Do they keep getting comments like weak climax, story doesn't flow, or worse, off topic? Okay, now that's something that we sometimes do hear, or sometimes some comments that we do give. Okay, and that's okay. That's okay. Do you wish someone could give your child a proven formula to write correctly or confidently? If you said yes to any of that, then stay on this live because I'm about to give you a solution that is recognized by both parents and teachers. Okay, you guys can see the brochure over here. To help everyone better understand what I'm saying, I'm gonna pull up some brochures right on the screen above. So that's where all our brochures will be, so you guys can just take a look. And if you have any questions, you guys can just let me know over here or type in the service button or in our WhatsApp number. Okay, so it's okay. All right. Now this is the Primary 5 and Primary 6 holiday writing crash course. So you guys can see it right here. This one in particular is great for students who really need that boost within the last few months of PSLE. Okay, last few months, it's very, very scary. Okay, this is highly recommended 5-day holiday program, especially designed for primary 5 and 6 students preparing for the PSLE English exam. So our expert trained teachers will guide your child through the essential skills and strategies to tackle the PSLE composition questions effectively. Okay, now what will your child gain? I'm gonna break it down right here for you. Okay, unpacking challenging PSLE composition questions. We want we want to teach your child how to effectively analyze PSLE composition questions, ensuring that they understand exactly what is required to craft compelling compositions and secure content marks. Okay, now when it comes to questions, it is very, very important that your child consistently knows what they have to give in order to achieve those marks. Okay, sometimes they just need someone to help them to break down the content for them to understand how they have to do it themselves later on. Okay, so this is something that we're going to help your child with. PSLE composition planning skills, again, something else that is very, very important, and something else that hint I struggled with in school as well. Okay, sometimes some children, they spend too much time with their planning. I did as a student, and they end up taking too much time and they are not able to finish their compositions. And that's okay. It's a very, very common issue that students face, and we're there to help. We want to equip your child with effective planning techniques for story retention and for creating well-structured compositions. Okay, so for this, we actually have our very own writers at work technique that helps students to fight creative blocks and or students who struggle with planning to keep on track and deliver a composition that astounds and gets the desired results. So if this is something that you might be interested in hearing more about, or if your child struggle to be creative in their compositions, stay tuned. I will go through it later, okay? In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels across all the different platforms. We are currently available on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Xiaohongshu, and LinkedIn. Okay, so follow us to get updates on these programs as well as to hear the latest additional content. Okay, we have prepared a lot of that for you, so drop us that follow. We will make it worth your time. Okay, well, let's carry on. Our teachers make elaborate lesson plans in hopes of filling our lessons with as much content as possible. Okay, you can see all of that above right here. You can see all of that above right here. These are the lesson plans that our teachers make, and you can see from these that our teachers love to see our students succeed, and that is something that is reflected through testimonials and results. There is no better proof than student results when it comes to good teaching. So do stay tuned for student parent testimonials and a chance to meet some teachers here at Writers at Work. For those that just joined, welcome. I am Jia, and I'm currently going through some of the latest crash courses and holiday programs for June. Okay, so do stay tuned. If you have any questions, drop us that DM in the service button below, or you could always WhatsApp us. We have a whole team waiting to answer your questions, so just drop that message. Okay, meet our teachers. So at some point, some parents might be wondering, all this said, how are their teachers? And I agree. A good program doesn't add much value if the teachers can deliver. At Writers at Work, our team is made of seasoned educators who live and breathe English. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, our teachers know the PSLE format inside out. They've marked composition scripts daily. They've helped many PSLE students improve their grades to achieve solid AL1s in PSLE English. Okay, for those who are still in doubt, I would like to invite some of the teachers at Writers at Work onto the screen today to introduce themselves to everyone and give parents and students alike an idea of what our teaching team is like here at Write Start Work. We have teacher Isabel and some of our teachers here, including teacher Isabel. Yeah, let's play it. I hope my students pick up new words and also increase their vocabulary bank. Okay, well, most importantly, I hope to let my students understand that there's a way to tackle English efficiently without just guessing the answers, but also to build up their foundation for grammar. I try to make my lessons more relatable by incorporating everyday news articles, anecdotes, and stories, so I make lessons more engaging, so eventually students will grow to love my lessons. Thank you. My main goals actually for races this year was I wanted the community to develop more and I want them to achieve more. As a teacher, it's really important that you already there to support them. As much as possible for my students, I engage them to ask me questions, be honest. If there are some confusions that you want the teacher to help you with, don't be shy to do it. Teacher is always here. So when I was a student, I have really this practice that first I really need to come. Everything is really important. So I really needed this habit that when there is teacher saying something important, I have to jot it down. Second is I use highlighters as well, just to specifically align myself and organize my notes. So that's very important. And third is I really set some time to review all the things that I jot down. So the more that you write in, the more you absorb the important things, and as well, if you read them back, you can gauge more information on what to write and then how to write about it.
My main goals for them would be to just improve their grades by one or two. Okay, the main thing is actually having your assignments to be on time so they can complete and then give you support the necessary feedback. Okay, sure. Without your can draft notes and also keep a notepad of your practices. That's perfect. Thank you, Thank you.
When I teach students, I typically like to engage them by getting them to be involved in their own learning. So usually that could involve like getting them to come up onto the whiteboard, draw things that we're learning in class, or follow up with dialogue, for example, that I'll challenge them to reply to. Occasionally, I like to bring in props that might prompt their interest and engage them in their own learning. I really, really hope that my students take away this better appreciation for how English is such a strong tool for self-expression, for imagination, to communicate one's um, thoughts and feelings in order to engage perhaps a sense of friendship with the people around them, and also to engage one's imagination in writing creatively, not only just creative writing, like not only just stories, but also in the way you express your ideas. How do I encourage a love of learning English? Again, it's all about, I think, for me, engaging one's imagination, thoughts and feelings to other people. That's when that aspect of like personalization comes into it. So yeah.
for most things in life. That's for me. Personally, as a student, all I did was I read a lot, I paid attention in class, and I did my homework. Those three, I think if you do those three, you'll be pretty much fine.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. All right. All right. We are back. Okay, so you guys might have met some of our teachers. What do you guys think? Now, we do have a variety of teachers for those students who have certain needs or that they have certain preferences towards their teachers. Okay, so it's very, very important for parents to find a style that their child actually relates to. It can really help with the child's learning, okay? So, but don't worry, for all teachers, they do have experience with PSLE, all of them, and yeah, so they have all marked the PSLE format inside out. They have marked composition scripts daily, and they have helped many PSLE students improve their grades to solid AL1s in PSLE English. So definitely do not worry if that is something that you are looking at. All right, so now let's move on. Story banking. Okay, so for those who are waiting to hear more about the story banking techniques, thank you for staying tuned. Okay, I will now be going through this fantastic technique that has helped students solve issues with planning, lack of creativity, over and under usage of writing techniques, and much, much more. Okay. Now, the gist of story banking is trying, refining, and remembering. Now, what do I mean by this? Students are led to write and refine or find a piece of writing that was approved by a teacher. Okay, now a piece of writing that will get them great marks and learn how to replicate that piece of writing. Okay, now do know this is not regurgitation. This is not what we're trying to teach students. Definitely not. We're not teaching them to vomit out content that they have seen before. Okay, we advocate for this technique because it allows them to enter the exam with a piece that will help them to secure high grades and help them to remove any further stress from exam jitters or creative blocks in the exam hall. Okay, so this technique is both easy and hard. Why do I say that? Because while this technique does make it make it easier to perform an exam, it is important for students to learn how to adapt their stories instead of regurgitating content. Okay, this is why our composition crash courses are so important, because they not only show new effective techniques to students but also teach them how to use these techniques effectively. Okay, regurgitating content is only going to bring students so far, but the ability to adapt content as we teach our students can allow them to jump their grades in ways they can't imagine. Okay, so this is why it is so important. Okay, we're not just teaching your child to remember the content and vomit it out during exams. No, we're teaching them how to understand their best pieces and then adapt during the exam. It is very, very different. Okay. For students primary 5 to primary 6 who are struggling with English paper 2 or oral, we also offer the English paper 2 plus oral crash course, okay? The oral thematic set A crash course and the oral thematic set B crash course, okay? It's very, very different. They are not the same, okay? For both of them, students will have the chance to build confidence in oral communication and structured responses, master crucial grammar rules and techniques, improve comprehension answering skills for closed and open-ended questions, and learn synthesis and transformation rules to avoid common mistakes. Okay, so this is something that will be the same in both. Okay, so you're not gonna miss out. Okay, for the oral thematic set A crash course, students will have the chance to master key oral exam themes. They would be able to dive into the most popular PSLE oral exam themes. Each day, student will explore these themes and learn how to present and discuss them confidently. Okay, this is the set A if anyone's wondering, and they will also be able to learn effective oral answering techniques. Okay, this is super, super important. We want to teach your child a proven method to structure their oral responses, ensuring clear, coherent, and well organized answers. Okay, very important. Presentation is key. Okay, it's not going to help your grades if your answers are all over the place and nobody knows what you're saying. Okay, oral exam strategies. Now, this is not only just about presentation, it is also strategies that will help your child navigate the exam. And this can be transferable to other subjects as well. Okay, we want to provide your child with strategies that will help them navigate the exam, manage their time effectively, and maximize their score with well-structured responses. Okay, so this is something that's very, very, very important. Okay, over 10 relevant reading articles. We want to help your child to stay current with trending and relevant topics in PSLE or exams with our carefully selected reading articles. Okay, like I mentioned, these articles have been looked at by our teacher and sorted out to give your child the best experience in this crash course. Okay, we want them to have effective learning. We want them to be able to look at these reading articles and have that content to say during the examination. Okay, so this is our purpose. Expand your vocab. So we want to add over 50 essential PSLE or exam phrases to your child's vocabulary bank, empowering them to articulate their thoughts more effectively. Okay, we also have the oral thematic set B, which is slightly different. For those that just joined, hi, I'm Jia, and I'm going through the oral thematic crash courses we currently have available this June holidays. So please let me know if you have any questions. You can also drop us a message through WhatsApp, and the team will do their best to assist you. Okay, thank you, moderator. All right. Okay, so everyone, you can take a look at the brochure right here. This is the oral thematic set B course. All right. Okay. For the oral thematic set B crash course, students will have the chance to master key oral exam themes. So we want to help your child to dive deep into the most popular PSLE oral exam themes. So each day, students will be able to explore these themes and learn how to present and discuss them confidently. Okay, this one is the same as set A because of how important it is. Okay, students need to know how to break down teams. They need to know which teams are the most important. Okay, because we don't want students to remember every single team there is on the planet. Okay, that's just not effective. It's not effective use of time. They can do so much more practice in that time. So we want to kind of like streamline that process for them and help them to use their time better. Okay, effective oral answering techniques. Okay, again, it's the same. We want to teach your child a proven method to structure their oral responses, ensuring clear, coherent, and well-organized answers. Okay, so we do have quite a bit of techniques here right as at work, but only because of the amount of experience we have with teaching students English, and we do understand that there are certain techniques that work better than others, and these techniques are the techniques that we want to bring to the students. Okay, so they're not just any random techniques we got off the net. Okay, it's not like that. Okay, oral exam strategies. We want to provide your child with strategies that help them navigate the exam, manage the time effectively, and maximize their score. Okay, so this is something that is also the same as set A, only because of how important it is. Okay. We also have 10 relevant reading articles. We want to help your child stay current with trending topics and relevant topics in PSLE oral exam with carefully selected reading articles. This one is also the same, also because of how important it is. Expand your vocab. We want to help students to add over 50 essential oral exam phrases. Okay, so these are topic relevant phrases, and we want them to remember them because of how much more it can add to their presentation during oral examination. Okay, so this is definitely something to look at if you feel like that's something your child needs. Okay, we also provide them, okay, now this is where it gets different from set A. We want to provide them with an exclusive PSLE oral exam model response. So we want to give your child a clear idea of what quality oral responses look like with a specially designed model answers. Okay, so it helps some students who do need that extra bit of support, who prefer replication learning with their in your practice. So this really helps them because it shows them exactly what a good and perfect scoring oral response looks like. So they can actually break it down with us and see exactly what they need to work on or what they need to do to achieve the same results. Okay. Okay, now before I share more about the classes for other levels, I wanted to give everyone some time to look at the parent student testimonials and student results. Okay, so over here on the top, you can see the Talman Primary School, and this student actually scored really well in this PSLE prelim exam. Okay, full marks. Okay, and that is the same for the Alexandra Primary School. It's the P6 prelim exam. So I'll give everyone a few seconds to take a look at that before we start going through the parent student testimonials. Alright. Like I mentioned previously, there is no better proof of teaching and education than student results, success stories, and testimonials. Okay, these are some results that our students obtained after our classes. So if you prefer some statistics, I've also got you covered. Okay, Redis at Work is one of the top English teaching centers in Singapore. Now, why do I say that? 90% of our PSLE cohort has since achieved AL 1 to 4, and 90% of our secondary school cohort 3 grades of improvement. Okay, that is a very, very big improvement and very, very good results. As an established English tuition center since 2012, parents and students can rest assured that we have all the resources you might need for the success you desire. Okay, English is a communicative skill that not only impacts exam results, but also the way we present ourselves in every stage of life. And that is something that we do understand. And that is why we put so much emphasis into fluency and writing abilities when it comes to our students, okay? Okay, I'll now play another parent testimonial for your reference, so do let me know if you have any questions. I hope this parent testimonial has been helpful. Alright, so we do have a lot of other content we have prepared, but we will now be moving on to the ebooks. So for this section, thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys later in my next live. Bye everyone!